Und damit wieder Hallo und willkommen zurück bei einem weiteren Part. Jenny LeClue. Das war ein perverses Cliffhanger beim letzten Mal, aber jetzt geht's weiter. Ladbildschirm. Darauf haben wir gewartet.
Dad?
Her voice echoed in the darkness.
Warum ist es Walkie-Talkie aus? Oh, Bücher. Eine ganze Menge Bücher. Ah,
Another dead end. Of course he's not here.
Just another machine.
oh.
Arthurton, a small town seemingly like any other, nestled in a valley between two mountains, lined by lustrous forests, and perched on the edge of a pristine lake. Yes, Arthurton had it all. A main street with shops and a place to sip coffee. Schools, a college, a church, and a police station. The kind of place you might find anywhere on your travels. But you won't find it anymore, for Arthurton is now the town that disappeared. Where once stood a city bustling with life, now how could a town suddenly and completely vanish from the face of the earth? And if it could happen to Arthurton, could it happen to your town too? Scientists are baffled. Church attendance is at a record high. Is this a sign of the end of days? Tonight we attempt to answer the question, what happened to Arthurton? The Enigma Report investigation starts now.
Jenny stared at the screen, astonished.
Aber Arthurton ist doch noch da. Warum redet er, dass Arthurton nicht mehr da ist?
Arthurton? Disappeared?
It didn't make any sense. But of all the strange things she'd seen, one stood out more than the others.
There was something at the end of the tape. There! There's something hidden in the static.
It worked? It worked. Find Caesar. Need help.
Dad! You are alive! It worked. Find Zazer. Need help? I better get out of here before I'm crushed to death!
Ach, ich soll hier tatsächlich rauslaufen. Oh. Okay, bin rausgekommen. Es hat funktioniert, finde Caesar. Oh oh. Ja. Ja, kämpfen genau gegen den.
Away from me! I know what you've done. I'm not scared of you, you creep.
Backed into a corner with nowhere to run. Nowhere. Was this the end for Jenny LeClue?
Wurde er gerade auf den Kopf mit einem Stein getroffen?
What the?
What the fuck?
Susie? Keith! You came back!
I had to.
Jenny choked back her tears. She had lost count of the number of times she'd almost died today, and it was starting to take its toll.
Let's get out of here before he wakes up! No, wait! Keith, this could be the man who killed your father. We should really go. This could be our only chance to find out who he is.
Junge, dann nimm mir doch einfach die Mütze ab!
It won't matter if we're buried alive. Don't you want to know?
It doesn't matter.
What?
Look!
Was? Wie?
Let's get out of here. That's what I've been saying. The truth is no good if we're dead. I said that too.
Hat Jenny Halluzinationen? Gibt es den Mann in Schwarz überhaupt? Weil wie soll ein erwachsener Mann da verschwunden sein?
It doesn't matter who said what. Let's go already.
Junge, der Mann ist Batman. Du drehst dich um und er ist weg.
Our three intrepid adventurers made their escape across the graveyard on the far side of town. Behind the twin peaks of Arthurton, the sun began to rise. But this night had not yet ended. Beneath them, the ground shook and grumbled. Deep in the bowels of Arthurton, something stirred.
Okay.
Jenny recounted the thrilling story of her entire adventure. She told Susie and Keith about Professor Zaza and his experiments, the truth behind the tragic accident in the mines, and how she discovered that her father was alive. But she left out one critical detail: the town that disappeared. How would they react to such an unfathomable revelation? Would they even believe her? She wasn't sure she believed it herself.
What an incredible adventure! Although, I think the greatest discovery today has been our friendship. You never stop, do you? All these trials have really brought us together. And now that you and Keith are friends again, we can form our very own mystery-solving club.
Warum fährt Keith mit seinem Fahrrad so schnell wie das Motorauto hier? Motorauto. Motorroller. Was auch immer.
It's just a shame we didn't unmask the man in black. So what's our next step, fearless leader? There's something about this case that still doesn't add up. I need to find my mom, before the cops do. But she could be anywhere. No, she's gone to Widow's Drop.
Where?
Widow's Drop. But I have no idea where that is. It's certainly not on any map I've seen.
That's because it's not a place.
What?
Yeah. It's a plant. My dad he grew one in his greenhouse. He had to separate it from all the other plants. They all started to shrivel up.
Have you ever felt a flash of pure inspiration? The sudden feeling of everything falling into place. It's the moment a great detective lives for. An epiphany!
Keith, what day do you take out the trash?
What?
What day does the garbage man come?
Friday? Why?
Of course! It was right there the whole time! Jenny! I know where my mom is.
Jenny!
Wir fahren gerade auf irgendeine Klippe oder Wand zu, richtig?
And I know who killed Dean Strasberry. Jenny! Look out!
Wand oder Abgrund?
Watch out! We survived!
Yeah! We made it!
I have to go back.
Go back?
But we just got out!
A little birdie told me I'd find 3 unruly kids out after curfew.
Oh no! Damn.
Stealing, breaking and entering, destruction of property. You're all in a heap of trouble. Jenny, can't say I'm surprised to find you here. But Keith, Susie, I expected more from you.
I'm ruined!
Sheriff, this is Station. Are you there?
Go ahead, Station.
Susie, Keith, I need you to create a distraction.
What?
There's no time to explain. Where are you going? You'll just have to trust me.
Okay.
No. Susie, please. No, not unless you say it. Say what? After everything we've been through, you know it's true. What are you talking about? Now is hardly the time for this. You told me to stand up for myself, so that's what I'm doing.
Hold on a second. Enough chatter. Get your sorry butts over here now!
We depend on each other. Admit it, Jenny.
Dass wir Freunde sind?
Come on, Jenny. It's not a big deal. Just say it.
This is your last warning. I am not gonna tell you again.
Of all the challenges our tiny hero had faced, this was perhaps her toughest.
You aren't alone, Jenny LeClue. You don't need to pretend anymore.
As hard as it was to say it, Jenny knew deep in her heart it was true.
Fine. Susie Glatz, you are my friend. Thank you, friend. Now, let's get you out of here.
Yeah, I've got them. Safe and sound. I'm bringing them in now. What the?
You'll never catch us, Copper!
Sorry, Mr. LeClue.
Well, do you have them or not?
I thought I did. Where did she go?
Das Grab von Strasberry, warum? Handschuhe. The fuck?
My head.
Thank goodness. It worked.
Oh, how wonderful to hear your voice. I was having the strangest dreams.
War das nicht gerade Jennys Mutter?
What's wrong?
I almost didn't make it.
But you did. Now, we've got a lot of work to do.
I knew it!
Was?
Jenny?
Jenny?
Surprised to see me?
What is she?
How did you...
It was really quite simple. Once I realized Mr. Strasberry knew he was going to die.
Was beweist, dass der Dekan wusste, dass er sterben würde? Die Uhr vielleicht? Oder? Er hatte die Uhr nicht mehr gestellt. Da war Müll vor der Schule, aber der Müll bedeutet ja nichts, oder? Oder vielleicht der Fakt, dass freitags der Müll kommt? Vielleicht das? Der Müll, aber am Freitag, wo der Müll kommt, hat er es nicht eingeplant.
Why would the dean take out the trash 2 days early? And why would he cancel all his meetings on Friday? Unless he knew he wasn't going to be there. This was the key piece of information I needed. Once I considered the possibility that Mr. Strasberry knew he was going to die on Thursday, everything started to fall into place. But consider this. If someone knew they were going to die, wouldn't they do everything in their power to escape their fate? And yet, the dean didn't. There was only one explanation. He staged his own death.
Widowfall. Dass der Dekan seinen eigenen Tod vorgetäuscht hatte. Also auf jeden Fall diese seltsamen Linien. Aber was noch? Ich meine, ist das ein Effekt vom Widowfall, dieses seltsame... Keine Ahnung, das beides? Ich habe absolut null Ahnung.
It's no secret that the dean is an avid gardener. But some people might not know he authored a book about exotic plants and their natural remedies. And in the library, despite the apparent cause of death being electrocution, I noticed strange marks covering the dean's neck. His face was discolored and his skin was shriveled. You knew how you were going to die, Mr. Strasberry. Poison. You knew because you made it yourself from one of your plants. A poison that you had an antidote for. That would be the method, but you couldn't work alone. You needed an accomplice. Someone to revive you when the time was right.
Die Frage ist nur, was ist das Motiv? Warum sollte er seinen eigenen Tod stagen? Oh ja, das ist interessant. Und wahrscheinlich das? Die Testtube hier auf jeden Fall. Ich glaube mal eher das dann, oder? Was ist das?
In the basement of my house, on my dad's old dusty desk, I found a recently used vial. The residue was purple, the same color as the marks on the dean's neck. In the jail, Mom knew she was running out of time, so she entrusted CJ to finish what she had started. To revive the dean from his deathly slumber. You plotted together to stage Mr. Strasberry's death. It was a simple scheme. Poison him with the plant, then return after the funeral to revive him. You had intended the death to appear natural, but not everything went according to plan.
Frage ist, warum? Achso, Jenny. Nein. Ich glaube, kaputte Elektronik und ihre Karte. Der Ring steckte in der Elektronik, nicht wahr? Also ich glaube mal, das wird der Grund sein. Oder? Ich meine, er sollte ja tot spielen. Also ich glaube, es könnte geplant gewesen sein. Ich glaube, was eher nicht geplant ist, ist, dass Jenny da war. Das könnte sein.
After the poison was administered, the dean intended to give Mom his ring. But he accidentally dropped it, and it got stuck in the electrified track of the ladder. When he bent down to retrieve it, he was electrocuted and thrown from the balcony. Earlier, the dean had told me he was meeting Mom in the library. That was a mistake. If I hadn't gone there to find Mom, she might still have escaped before the police arrived. Getting caught hadn't been part of the plan.
Quite remarkable, Jenny. And you worked out all that by yourself?
Yes, that's how you did it, but the real question is why?
Well, that's all a bit more complicated, I'm afraid.
It was a rhetorical question, Mr. Strasberry. I know why you're working together.
Weißt du? Ich weiß es nicht.
But first, I have to tell you about aliens.
Was? Ist das gerade ein Telefonat aus der echten Welt?
Oh, this is exciting. What an incredible adventure this turned out to be. Jenny's growing up and discovering her full potential. And to think, I did it all without anybody dying. Hello? Richard! Oh, what do you think of the new scenes? Aren't they wonderful? I beg your pardon? Trick you? Certainly not. But don't you see? It all works out perfectly this way. I can already picture where the next book will start. You're not serious? But I didn't promise anything. But there must be another way. Just give me more time. Cancelled? Richard, please. Richard? Hello? Hello? It's no good. They won't publish it unless someone dies. But I can't do it. I just can't. Come on, Arthur. Jenny's whole world hangs in the balance. Decades of work. It can't all end now. Oh, I have to. It's like Jenny's mum always says. A great detective knows the right decision is often the hardest to make. And I am a great author of detective stories. But I can't pick. What should I do, Rufus? Brilliant! Yes! You're always right, old friend. I'll let fate decide.
Das Schicksal?
Here goes.
Wer stirbt? Als wenn ich jetzt auswählen soll, wer sterben soll. Ich will nicht. Ich will diese Auswahl nicht treffen. Warum soll ich diese Auswahl treffen? Ich meine, den Dean haben wir gerade erst wiederbelebt. Dann haben wir Jenny. Aber den Protagonisten will ich nicht sterben lassen. Ich nehme sie. Warte, was? Was? Wieso? Nein! Wenn ich jetzt noch ein... Achso, dann verschwindet der Kreis. Okay, nein. Ich sorge dafür, dass sie stirbt. So. Jenny will ich nicht sterben lassen. Der Protagonist stirbt nicht. Zumal er ja noch weitere Bücher schreiben will, ne? Wenn Jenny jetzt stirbt, dann... Nee. So machen wir es.
Fate has spoken, but is she certain? Once the choice is made, there's no turning back.
Junge, du machst die Wahl nicht unbedingt einfacher. Ich soll dir gerade aussuchen, wen ich von den umbringe. Wie gesagt, Dekan wäre langweilig. Der Dekan war schon tot. Und wenn er jetzt nochmal stirbt, das ist eine langweilige Story. Wenn der einfach zweimal in derselben Geschichte stirbt. Am interessantesten von einem Autor nach zu urteilen wäre, wenn entweder der Protagonist stirbt, allerdings gibt es dann keine zukünftigen Bücher, außer man findet einen Weg, diesen Protagonisten wiederzubeleben, oder die Mutter stirbt. Frage ist auch, und diesmal geht es ja wirklich um Sterben. Ich meine, noch so ein Fake-Tod wird es ja wahrscheinlich nicht sein. Dekan wäre halt, wie gesagt, wirklich lame. Den hatten wir schon tot. Also ja, ich bin für Jennys Mutter. Jenny wird ein Weiser.
Well, that was easier than I thought.
Nein, eigentlich nicht.
It's the only way this scene can end. The ending the book deserves.
Eigentlich war das keine einfache Entscheidung.
As I was saying...
Sag mir nicht, die wird langweilig von irgendeinem Stein erschlagen.
What was that?
No more interruptions!
The tremors were getting more violent and more...
Please! I'm in the middle of my astonishing denouement! Everyone in town thinks CJ is crazy. A madman spouting wild theories about aliens and hidden forces at work in Arthurton. But all the strange phenomena he's seen are real. And the culprits are men, not monsters.
Aha. Ja, die seltsamen Maschinen, genau, die nehmen wir. Und die seltsamen Texte, die wir gefunden haben. Das ist die Kombination.
Arthurton is built on top of some kind of energy source. Something special. I uncovered the secret laboratories of Professor Zazer. He ran experiments to study the unique properties of Arthurton's resource. and his research was funded by a shady organization called the Council of Three. One of the experiments went tragically wrong and caused the collapse of the quartz mines. They covered it up and blamed the miners, and yet the experiments didn't stop. Instead, they built an even bigger facility. Years after the accident in the mines, an even greater tragedy struck Arthurton. Only this time, the townspeople didn't know. I don't fully understand it, but something happened to the whole town. And wherever we were, we aren't there anymore. The rest of the world think we disappeared. At first, I thought I was solving two separate mysteries. But then it hit me like a ton of used books. The two were inextricably linked. And that's how I know your motive for staging the Dean's death.
Ach so, weil vielleicht, wenn man stirbt. Ich weiß nicht mehr, was da drauf stand. Ich weiß nicht, was, absolut keine Ahnung, was auf dieser Karte drauf stand. Das war zu lange her. Ich weiß auch nicht, was dieser Report hier gesagt hat. Ich wünsche, ich könnte mir den nochmal anlesen. Ach so. Der Dekan, das stimmt, das kommt ja von der Dekan sein Ding, ne? Das könnte sein. Das kommt ja von der Ring des Dekan, die Karte, nicht wahr? Das heißt, der Dekan wusste davon. Na komm.
Dad wasn't working for the university. He was working on Caesar's machines. All under the watchful eye of the Council of Three. The Dean is part of the Council of Three, or at least he works for them. His ring hides a key to access secret stations around town. After my dad's suspicious death, Mom confronted Mr. Strasberry. Racked with guilt, he confessed and begged for her forgiveness. He revealed the truth about the Council of Three. Instead of letting anger cloud her judgment, Mom saw an opportunity. And together, you concocted a plan to bring down the organization from the inside.
Oh, what a brilliant mind you have, Jenny LeClue. Julie, I believe you underestimated this girl.
You could have gotten yourself killed.
But I didn't.
But what if you had?
I'm not a kid anymore. I have to make my own choices.
A flower cannot blossom without light.
Jenny had risked everything to save her mum.
I'm sorry, Jenny.
Nein, annehmen.
It's okay, Mom. You were running out of time to save Mr. Strasberry.
I was trying to protect you.
I know.
I should have trusted you.
But you were wrong.
Und jetzt bringen sie um. Was?
Just apologized.
No, not about that. Everyone presumed Dad died in the lab explosion. So did I, until today. But then, I started finding secret messages all over town. They led me to a secret room under the graveyard. And there, on a small television, I saw him.
Henry?
Dad is alive! But he's trapped on the other side, and he's been trying to contact us this whole time.
He made it back? Then the experiment worked!
Exactly!
But if he made it back, that means...
We can all get back! We need to get to the machine, right away.
No! First, we need to find Professor Zazer.
Ordentlich tief drunten. Weise wählen. Emergency Release 1, Emergency Release 2, Emergency... Was machen die denn? Da steht weise wählen, aber für mich sind das 3 verschiedenfarbige RGB. Schon wieder. Aber für mich sind das einfach nur 3 Buttons, die alles bedeuten könnten. Woher weiß ich, was davon was ist? Komm, 3 ist meine Lieblingszahl, ich nehme die. Aller guten Dinge ist 3, nicht wahr? Ah, und das ist unten in dem Wasser, unter dem See. Tschüss, Mami. Warte, was? 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 Als wenn das Spiel mit einem Cliffhanger endet. Was? Okay, das, das ist gerade, arbeiten die am Part 2? Oder ist das einfach, wie das Spiel endet? Das kann ja nicht das Ende sein. Das ist das Ende vom Spiel einfach. The fuck? The fuck? Bin mir nicht sicher, ob ich dafür jetzt einfach so eine Antwort finden werde. Das ist gerade... The fuck. Das Spiel endet damit. Ich weiß nicht, was ich sonst dazu sagen soll. Außer the fuck. The fuck, the fuck, the fuck. Was passiert, wenn ich fortsetzen drücke? Ja, ich starte bei den Credits. The fuck. Da fuck. Da Fug, da Fug, da Fug, da Fug. Ja, keine Ahnung. Ob wir herausfinden werden, wie es jemals weitergeht, wird man sehen. Aber offensichtlich nicht heute. Oder innerhalb der nächsten Monate, wie es scheint. Das zackt tatsächlich. Ich bin etwas deprimiert darüber. Zutiefst deprimiert. Ja, keine Ahnung. Ja, was auch immer. Damit beende ich die Party an der Stelle, weil gibt ja sonst nichts weiter zu tun. Wir sehen uns beim nächsten Projekt und ja, ich hasse Spiele, die auf Cliffhangern enden. Das ist doof. Naja, bis dann und ciao.